everybody. Amen. Welcome to this edition of Authentic Selves. My name is Benoit. I live here with my lovely wife who owns this place, and I just live here. And we have David Sonberg. He is our featured artist for the month, and he will paint live again on the 26th with the Dion Kerr Trio. I hope you get to catch that. That's next Sunday. He's got things for everything is for sale that's lit, and in the lobby in there, and he has originals for $25. So there's no excuse not to leave with an original.
Right, no excuse.
So, you know, somebody more blunt than me would say, like, don't be stupid, just buy some art. I'm not like that. We have a special guest host tonight. So Stella B is with us. Nice round of applause for Stella B. If you are planning to read tonight and you have not talked to her yet, talk to her, because if she doesn't know you're here, she will not be able to call on you. So do that if you have not, and I will tell the same thing to anybody who comes in late. Thank you so much for your support. We're already doing very well tonight, so if you want to support us more, we have a nonprofit called the Timqua Arts Foundation. You are welcome to get a membership. If you go through United Arts, you have another 2 weeks to do that. They will match your donation, so you get a benefit from it, and we get a benefit from it, so everybody wins. That's my kind of thing. And you can also volunteer. How about our volunteers tonight, Patricia and Warren? We love our volunteers, and we need our volunteers, and so if you want to see some shows for free, volunteering is a great option. Our ticketed events, any event that you volunteer for, you work for an hour, you get to watch the show, and then you do 5 minutes, and then you go home. So I hope that you go online on our website, timqua.com, and there's a volunteering button, and you sign up, and it's all good. It's really efficient, and it works well. So there's a couple of things you need to know. So you will want to stand on the light portion of this carpet so that you're in the right bit, and my cameras and everything, I don't have to chasing you it's a lot of work already. I don't need extra work. We have 3 bathrooms, 1 on each floor, and please use them if you need them. And I will ask you to try and be quiet when somebody's reading, because if people are in stilettos or going up and down the stairs, it makes some noise, and it can be distracting. We want everybody to have the support and the love that they need to read what they need to read, because it's all personal, and it's sometimes very heavy, sometimes very funny, but we want them to feel good and welcome and loved, and that's what you do so well. So thank you for doing that. The other thing is, what is the other thing? So Wednesday we have another free event. It's my session. Every Wednesday is Art and Wellness, and we listen to Peteris Vasks. So it's composer, it's symphonic music, but it's a composer I've never heard before. That's why I picked that, because and it's all in DSD, super high resolution audio, and I put you in a great acoustics here that you cannot get anywhere else, and so it's a pretty cool experience. It's free, you enjoy a glass of wine. I lie down on the bench and just listen to music for an hour. It's it's bliss for me. So what else is there? This 5 minutes is your time, right? That's your time limit to read. And if we're lucky and we are efficient, then we're going to hear some poetry by Stella as well. So that'd be fantastic. So please help me welcome the great Stella B, everybody!
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight? My name is Stella B. I am a poet by nature, not by choice. However, this evening, I am your hostess with the mostest. So, I have the privilege of calling up the names one at a time. We call them 3 at a time, so please make sure you're listening for your name. But this is called Authentic Selves for a reason. This is a place where you can be your authentic self, and that's why I keep coming back. I've been coming back for years, and it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. So when you leave here, tell a friend to tell a friend the incredible experience that you had here, so that we can all share in the beauty of what is humanity, right? We also have paintings going on everywhere. So like, you know, visit the different floors. There's something going on everywhere, which I think is very cool. Without further ado, we have our first 3 artists. Coming up first, there's a little bit of a special presentation. Jude will be first, and then we'll have Oya, Sunshine, and Kay. Clap it up for them.
Jude. I'm reading. Okay, so I'll give you a little intro onto this. Everybody say hi to Pepe. This is Pepe. It's my grandfather. He raised me since I was 6, and he died in December. We were really, really close. Like, I took him to all his appointments, saw him like every day, called him about if I saw something stupid or funny, I would just call him. So I wrote a poem about him and my experience with when I found out that he had died and the emotions that went through me. So it's a pretty heavy poem talking about death and grief. It's a little specific at times too, so I just wanted to let you all know that. My husband told me when I wrote it not to edit it in any way, shape, or form. So he told me to keep it exactly how I wrote it. Oh, there's a bookmark. So I'm just going to read it to you guys straight from the book. It's called Saturn. Did he know? Did he know? Am I in the right spot? Yep. Sorry. It's called Saturn. Did he know? Did he know that he was dying? That no more thoughts would spring from his head like Saturn's spawn? We have the power to create gods among us until that power fades and we're old men cradled in veins and scars, words muddled on our tongues. Did he know? Did he know he wouldn't breathe again? That his lungs would not expand with the force of his own will? Was he scared to die alone in a bed in the ICU, hands trussed up in mittens so he couldn't even clutch at the air? Did he know? Did he know we wouldn't speak again? That he'd flatline at 3:30 in the morning while I lay awake planning to see him? Did he know he was on my mind? That as he left this earth, I was smiling at the idea of how I could entertain him? Did it hurt? I hope to God it didn't hurt. I hope he didn't know. I hope he wasn't scared. I hope he felt me loving him, and in the moment he let go because it was time and not because I fucked up somewhere. Now I can hold what's left of him like a heart in my hand. I'm full to the brim with the truth that he's only alive in my fucking head. Is he not a titan in his own right? Did I not sprout from his head like a thought when he chose me? Does that make me a god? Or is that all in my mind too? He was in the war when we landed on the moon. Kept his secrets close to that same chest they cracked when trying to force his heart to beat again. I couldn't even hold his hand, but I've got to think it means something. Though when my phone rang and my heart sank at the sound of the X-Files theme and she was crying on the other end, that it meant something. That we were together when Saturn left this realm. That I was there because our bond was that of gods and titans, of father and son, of family not forged by blood, but the fire that grows from embers well tended. Did he know? Did he know that I loved him? That without him, I'd only be half-formed, half-loved, half-seen. That losing him carved me open to the core and exposed me to the world. Was he scared? Scared to lose the worlds he built with his own 2 hands, his clubbed thumbs and varicose veins and capable mind? Was he alone? Or was he with me? Am I alone? Or is he with me? Is he with me? I'd let him devour me to know he'd have felt less alone. Let him destroy worlds to find reassurance in the rubble. So, thank you.
I'm on y'all sunshine. I'm visiting from Arizona. There's a whole lot going on in that border state right now. I had to get out of town for a little bit, just do something else. But Orlando, Florida is beautiful. I've been enjoying it. This poem is entitled Orange. My favorite color was orange. Orange looked like desert sunsets and Lake Erie sunrises. Tasted like dreamsicles in summer. Sounded like bonfire. Crackled in autumn, smelled like hot buttered marmalade smothered biscuits in winter. Orange was the fabric covering copper curves and slinky sundresses on vacation. The good dirt in Mississippi that grew the sweetest watermelons sold on the side of a road in a pickup truck. Orange butterflies signaled wildflowers. Orange kept me safe, painting the chest of crossing guards. Orange buoys let me know what part of the ocean ain't none of my business to be swimming in. When the traffic about to be thick on Google Maps. Orange kept me entertained by Anunnaki, watching modern day demigods bounce basketballs. Nickelodeon was orange. And then, Donald Trump won his second election. Now, orange is the color of chaos. It looks like insurrection, tastes like half-empty cupboards in America's poorest kitchens, sounds like fascism, smells like gunpowder. No more dreamsicles from ice cream trucks. Only dreamers encircled in Phoenix downtown by ICE screaming orders to put their hands up. Blood trickling down the orange pants of detainees denied maxi pads on the west side of my city. Flaming pages swinging down from classrooms bombed by military ventures funded by Agent Orange. Orange bulletins emblazoned on web pages of recreational lands letting citizens know the forests are closed because the Democrats won't bend over to take wood that was previously up a Republican's ass. Orange flowers left as memorial to Trey Reed under the Delta State tree. They found him swinging from the day after Charlie Kirk's assassination. And we all know black people in Mississippi don't hang themselves. Orange plasma coagulated on the streets after DEI problems got their lifeblood drained from them. The ember of a lit cigarette being smoked by a woman who just drove 3 hours to get an abortion. An orange figure rocking on a podium as he informs U.S. generals that if they don't like his decisions to overturn 6 decades of civil rights legislation, they can leave the room and their jobs. Orange is the color of chuckles I hear in foreign taxi cabs when I tell them I'm American, of white women who vote against their own interests, of brown women who vote against their own interests, of black women who vote against their own interests, of black men who vote against their own interests, because plenty people worship this orange man, conservative in private, because broadcasting their affinity for President Cheeto will get them no pussy. Black men who benefits from patriarchy outweigh their daughter's right to an appropriate education, their wife's right to reproductive health care, and their mother's ability to afford insulin. Reminds me of Jamaicans deported to make room for South Africans. Reminds me that the president cares more about burning flags than burning bodies, funding rockets than finding rapists. Orange is megalomania, delusions of grandeur, gaslighting, love bombing, narcissism, pathological lying, bad toupees, and a diet rich enough in McDonald's that his ejaculate probably throws off Melania's pH balance. So when I think about it, orange reminds me of the toxic man I used to date. And it's a shame, because it used to be my favorite color. And that's that piece. Thank you.
How y'all doing? Hey. My name is Kay, also known as the uplifting poet because I like to uplift people and lift heavy shit at the gym. I'm a mental health advocate. I have bipolar disorder, but I'm also a smut poet, so I'm going to do one of each tonight, okay? So this one is called, smut's going to be seconds. This is Secrets Behind Strength. Strong is what people see, a woman forged in the fire, always striving to be better. A phoenix rising from the ashes, why can't they see beyond the strength? the deep-rooted emotional scars from the internal battles, tear-stained pillows from the war between anxiety and depression. Secret screams cutting so deep, why me? Mental health that takes you into a dark vortex. Each day just getting out of bed is a struggle, at times wanting the weight of my own thoughts to crush you. Pressure to do things that most don't realize it's hard to do, but you're a strong woman. You got this, is what I hear. A saying that cuts like knives. Sometimes I wish it would cut deep enough to take my life, just because you can't see the demons I fight on a daily. Don't fucking try to say that I'm crazy. Because having a mental illness wasn't a choice. Stop making assumptions that just because you can't see something that it isn't there. The worst wars are things we can't see, so please be kind. You never know what demons the person next to you is fighting. Hold space and speak your truth. This is one fucking thing I plan to do. That was it. Take it. Alright, so I'm doing an erotica sim next month, so if anyone's interested in a little smut, yes, we know you are, Stella. She's like, what are you trying to say? Sorry, technical difficulties. Come on. Of course, there's no service there. There we go. Alright, this one is called, I'm doing a series, Confessions of a Woman That Loves to Fuck. I wanna fuck you. Fuck you until this pussy has you fiending. Fuck you. Make you forget about all your exes as if they were nothing in a glitch of the Matrix. Nothing compares to this pussy. Dick standing on business, ready to handle this. Pussy pulsating, heat between his thighs, radiating. Fuck anticipating, pussy dripping, ready for the tip of you to hit the backbone of me. Deep into the pink abyss, clenching that girth, oh nice and thick. Eyes rolling back, heat rising between you and I, sweat evaporating like a slip and slide. Legs over my head, hands gripped on my thighs, eyes locked on me, moaning proceeds. Dick hardening, intensified, pull back a little bit because you're loving the feeling of this shit. Tight and wet, watch out boo, this pussy will make you fall in love. Don't tell me when you're ready to come, flip me over, essence of the backside, doggy styling deep inside. Slapping that ass, gripping these hips, making it known you know how to pussy control. Hands gripping these sheets saying, toma papi, moaning louder, fuck, you're going to come. When are you gonna bust that amazing yum yum pull out game on point? Tip of the head hits the crack, explosive release, falls between the cheeks. Bodies fall, signs of pleasure and relief. This is what happens when you fuck a woman that loves to fuck. Thank y'all.
So when I said to be your authentic self, that's exactly what I meant. Do y'all understand? That is exactly what I meant. That is beautiful. I feel like we literally went through the span of all of humanity in just these first few poets. We have so much more for you, and I'm so excited to see what else you all have for us tonight. So the next three poets, and if you all could, when I call your name, please line up by the beautiful curtain over here so we can just jump up one at a time. Destiny, Vanessa, and Caitlin. Destiny, Vanessa, and Caitlin. Clap it up for them, please.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Destiny Harris, and I am a poet, as well as I work in nonprofit as well. And I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I'm really excited and grateful to be here with you all tonight. This is really an honor, my first debut poetry book I have here, and yeah, during National Poetry Month, so I'm really excited. And the artwork you see here on the front, as well as the images inside the book, were all hand drawn by me. So I really put my heart and soul into everything in this book that you will find out there as well if you want to also take a copy home with you or find out more information on my website, which is www.edublackqueen.com, where I also have my blog and my podcast as well. But this is really something that I've been working on for over a decade now, really for the quiet girls with big hearts, and just sharing my personal journey with femininity and womanhood, and also radical self-acceptance as well as self-worth. So the poem that I will be reading for you all is called More Than Enough. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay, so it's called More Than Enough. You see that smile on her face, unapologetic, radiant, and free. She cares not for the gap between her teeth or how her lips curve when she speaks. She needs no invitation, no one to pull a chair up. She has her own table built right over there, filled with faces that resemble her fire. She does not shrink to the likes of you. When the world whispers shrink, she hears expand. She does not contort for the sake of your comfort. She blazes her own trail, rebelling against the norm. Take up space. Claim your voice in every room. Let your hair defy gravity. Build your table sturdy and wide for others to gather and thrive. More than enough. She stands, she expands, and the world bends to meet her. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nessa. I wanted to read two poems, one of my own and one of a poet that I am inspired to write from, Miguel Pinheiro. So I'm going to start with my poem first. Something I've been kind of battling recently. So I'm just going to talk about it now. The ebb and flow, faith in me. The ebb and flow, faith is loyalty. At first you came to me in dreams as tests of faith, trials and tribulations, storms or moments of enlightenment. While as it crashes down all around, I tend to lose sight, no control or fright, forgetting inside my heart is where you place the light. Then I pray to thee, asking for clarity, for you to lift the veil so I can see that I am you and you are me in the image of for all of eternity. But the duality of this mind battles itself all the time. These stages, these phases, like a sunflower turning away from its source, it wilts, it withers, and only feels remorse. Not as beautiful and bright as she once was, falling back on self-pity and shrinking down as if it were my favorite drug. A comfortable rock to hide beneath, not realizing that keeping the world out kept the world from me. Reaching my goals, believing my fears, allowing the worry. I just want to be the person you call me to be, unapologetically. Free, you, my anchor at sea. But the doubt would cloud me from envisioning my own potential, and it is quite consequential when you lack an essential part of your heart to be able to look at the reflection and see God's most beautiful intention, this work of art, us, the consistent flow of us. Poem. So this next poem is by Miguel Pinheiro, who is a poet, a playwright, and was one of the co-founders of the New York Poets Cafe. in the 70s on the Lower Side, which is my old stomping grounds. So this is just the first poem out of this book here. La Bodega Sold Dreams. Dreamt I was a poet, and writing silver sailing songs, words strong and powerful, crashing through walls of steel and concrete, erected in minds weak and those asleep, replacing a hobby of paper candy, wrapping, collecting potent to pregnant, sterile young thoughts. I dreamt I was this poeta, words glittering bright and bold, striking a new rush for gold in Las Bodegas, where our poets' words and songs are sung, but sunlight stealing through Venetian blinds, eyes hating, working of time. Clocks sweating and swearing and slaving for the final dime, running a maze, a token ride. Perspiration, insulting poets' pride, words stomping on red, going on green, poets' dreams, ending in a factoria as one in a million unseen, buying Bodega Sold Dreams.
Hello, everyone. Firstly, I just want to thank Stella for being here today. And I have no doubt in my mind that Lauren will be watching us, but she's been doing an excellent job so far, and we are so happy to have you here with us to experience what we have to share and what I like to call our house. And the poem I will be sharing today, it's a little bit short, but I feel like this one came to me the most tonight. It's called Love Through a Closed Door. Like Anna to her frightened older sister, I begged him to build a snowman with me. Yes, no eyes, no... Wait. Sorry. Yes, no, until it ends with no. This goes on 5 to 8 more times until my naive self finally gets the message. How humorous it is that the door is only open at our first meeting and only once or twice after that, but I am never let in when the door is shut. And still I refused to leave you alone. Thank you.
All right, how y'all doing so far? You loving the poetry? Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. Like, my mouth's been wide open standing over there the whole time, just stunning. All right, we've got some more for you. And then that is the end of our list. So we have 3 more poets. We have some people that I'm not sure if anyone came in late and needed to check in, but there were some people that didn't check in. Please let me know. However, after the 3 poets, I'll do a poem for you, okay? Woo! If that's okay. And then we're going to do something called a round robin, okay? So I'm gonna bring a little bit of my spin. So I host an open mic in Port St. Lucie. It's all the way out east. and I don't mind the drive. I love to drive. But you know, it's a ways. It's a couple hours from here. And it's the first Friday of the month usually. And when I have a span of time, I like to give the poets the opportunity to come back up and do another poem. So if you performed already and you have a second piece that you'd like to do, or a third if you did do a second, what we can do is we can line up and we can go just one at a time. Just come up, do the poem. There'll be no introduction. You'll just come up, you'll do your piece, and then go back. What do you think? Yeah? All right. So we're going to do a round robin. So we'll do our 3 poets. I'll do a poem for you, and then we'll just have a line of whoever wants to, take a chance, do another piece. And we'll do a round robin style where everyone just one at a time just comes up, do a poem, no introduction, just come up, do your piece, and then go sit back down. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, sweet. Okay, so without further ado, we have Alexander, Solstice, and Andrew. Alexander, Solstice, and Andrew. Please clap it up for them.
Hello. Hello. I have a long one and a short one. First one is called Fool's Smile. Solutions rest always on the tips of tongues. Proofs and answers echoed and passed on. Galaxies and hurricanes, fingerprints and tree rings. Cosmic geometry spiraling in symmetry. Patterns apparent, observed and recorded. It all still remains in the dark. To know, yet not to know. To understand, it is beyond understanding. The blazing void blinding sensitive sensibilities. To accept living is to accept ignorance. Freedom is futility. Ownership of incapacity. Awareness of limitation. Release from all expectation. The power of knowledge. The humility of wisdom, the freedom of ignorance. Pious apathy, killing nemesis of the living soul. Sophistries and self-fulfilling prophecies speed up the clock. Subjective meaning is solace in all of this incomprehensibility. Born to wonder, raised in cynicism. Return to wonder, or die from absurdity. Fools' smiles follow foibles and frailties. Joyful ignorance. Unattainable knowledge makes for possible bliss. Smile. Smile. Smile, you fool. And the short one. Before Buddha dreams. Bicycle tires rasp on weary pavement. Sleepy suburbs tuck in for the night. Buddha yet awake in the paling courtyard. A stone smile in the failing light. Thank you.
Good evening, you guys. Salutations. Anybody hear me all right?
Yes.
All right. Well, this is a very personal piece. I wrote this piece about 8 years ago. As a very different young man. It was about my first time stepping into fatherhood. So it's about everything I was feeling, everything about the relationship with the mother at the time. So I have most of it memorized, but there's just 3 or 4 new pieces at the end that I added after 8 years. So, all right. This and it's called AKA John Tavia. So the inside joke between me and family. The postmortem, silk royal tapestry and lavish furnishing decor of a newly praised Kemetic queen. A stupendous kingdom of landscape uprisings. Might elevated, militarized, border protecting, love, any casual threat to security, I would always obliterate supreme. You know, she spin my recklessly topography mapped world on this meridian parental responsible axis. She was a new star wrapped snug around the gravitational polarity blanket of a pulling new life planet apparatus. It was the screw-loose, jumbled creation of a complete, sub-assembled, family titan produced man I would gloat. The unnecessary, inquisitive outside porch window pane punchline commotion in our inside jokes. You know, I just remember coming back home and holding a questionable notion of our loosely particled future universe so sure. You know, I was a corrupted young man, so I had to scrub the muddled, selfish reflections of myself back pure. Yeah, I remember holding her, thinking to myself, this is the continuation of a starring royal bloodline, crowning allure. Because it is the postmortem silk royal tapestry and lavish furnishing decor of a newly praised Kemetic queen, a stupendous kingdom of landscape uprisings, my elevated and militarized border protecting love, any casual threat to security, I would always obliterate supreme. Thank you.
I don't know about you guys, but I grew up in a world where it was okay to have certain emotions, but not others. So this is called sad. Since when is being sad wrong? Escalate it into a problem that's looked down and frowned upon instead of accepted and allowed without judgment bestowed by those who pretend they've got it all figured out and are never low. It starts as a child when an angry parent is so stressed out they smack your mouth and tell you to shut up or I'll give you something to cry about. What? Or you better watch out as you're instructed to not pout nor cry, just pause, or else some imaginary fat lie won't come to town. I'm telling you why, it's rules of the clause. Guess I'll deny how I feel in exchange for a toy or two and conform to rules made by imperfect jerks. This system of reward and punishment simply does not work. Perhaps for control, but not liberation. Take a look around at this boundary-infested nation. How superficial. There's little justice or integrity present in this judicial. No tolerance for frowns or any heavy emotions, but I bet your favorite movie is filled with drama, pain, and uncomfortable notions, a narrative filled with plight. Because who the hell wants to sit through a story where everything goes right? Light, love, and positivity is all there can be. Sounds to me like you're afraid of areas of your own psyche that are dark and shadowy, suppression and fragmentation probably. Only positive vibes? Let's break out the surgical knives. The moment it begins to come out is the moment people try to force it back in, smothering with comforting and focusing on distractions that pose a redundancy like good vibes only. Yes, those are all fine and well, and I don't mean to ramble on, write them off, or sentence them to death, but there's another half of this puzzle that won't be completed until all of the pieces are consciously acknowledged and integrated once fearful avoidance ceases. But oh no, darkness is a bad omen. Be gone, leave my space. Oh friend, I disagree. Darkness has its place. The depths of the ocean, the beautiful night sky, the mysteries of space, the loneliness of a child who's quickly labeled a monster in a basket case. But make no mistake, I'm not advocating for unthinkable troubles. My aim is more about learning to love the unlovable. I know it's a concept that can be difficult to grasp, but it's one that's necessary first if we expect to last. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love will hold space for you while you lose your goddamn mind. Unwilling to experience pain or discomfort, never reaching a higher level you never knew existed because you settled for this one, safe and familiar. Which is more twisted? Sitting in a shell comfortably, sure, you'll function just fine, but unless you really push and break through, how can you expect to really fly? I must be careful not to judge those not yet equipped with the strength, because some haven't learned to walk by crawling through a trench. You may label me a child or say that I'm stuck, but it's futile. Remember, man, babies don't give a fuck. They let it all out. Joy, laughter, tears, rage, releasing willingly, along with everything else, quite literally. If I had a child, I'd tell them it's okay to cry, it's okay to laugh, it's okay to express yourself. Hell, it's even okay to lose. You're good enough. Sometimes we get confused. Don't take shit from any bully, but know that they are sad inside too, because they're not in tune with themselves fully. We know not what they go through. All is well. You're safe, even when going through hell. Embrace the entire spectrum. Then you'll be an unstoppable fuse, a bomb that explodes with light in a world of dark. What a beautiful and magnificent character arc. Truly a work of art. Like looking into a mirror, the child was father to the man. It looks like I'm your parent now, and I know that makes you sad, but please understand, I'm working on loving all of you in your entirety the best that I can.
All right, give it up for all the poets that we've heard. And not just poets, artists over here, and everywhere else. Give it up. Incredible. And then we have some poet artists. Destiny, like that, your drawing in your book, I can't wait to look. It's great. Her book is right out that door. Just so y'all know. And the paintings, $25. It's practically free, you know? You might as well. I am going to do a poem for you. So the last few months that I've been traveling and performing, I go into a space and I read the room. And based on what the room is feeling or doing, right, I'll do a poem based on that. Recently, that has been a lot of betrayal for me, right? Because sometimes I need a poem, right? And I don't do what I need, I do what I think everyone else needs. And then I go home feeling empty and exhausted and, you know, and I have nothing left. And I need to get this poem out of my soul. Is that okay? Okay. All right, this is called Brave Stray Dog. The headline reads, Brave Stray Dog whose 1957 space mission made history and never returned. Instead of her name, they called her brave, as in ready to face and endure danger or pain without showing fear. It's like they were saying the stray was ready to die. And isn't that just customary? To take a homeless soul and manipulate it into believing that the only way life will have meaning is if it's sacrificed for some greater good. They called her brave, while they dragged her by her collar onto a situationship to her death. They called her brave, then made space and eternity her home. I wonder if her face showed fear and she was just too high up for anyone to see. When people hear that I'm a single mom, they call me brave, like I wasn't dragged like a dog into this situation. My husband sold me the stars, then donated my body to science. Like, let's see how much pressure the female body can take before widespread system shutdown. Let's see what happens when we add 2 jobs to mothering 2 autistic babies while too tired because sleep is too luxurious. Let's see if she'll survive being no one's priority, running out of time to make enough, to make ends meet, to make it to tomorrow. Let's see if her ship makes it back from orbit. They call me brave because mother is too synonymous with dog, a stray that became shelter for 2 abandoned souls. People will see single and will only judge the one who stayed and not the one who walked away. When I tell this story, all people hear is that there's a dog floating in space while I'm suffocating from being the one everyone depends on while having no one I can depend on. I've lost my grip on gravity, but they fit me for a helmet and tell me to fly. Maybe if people gave a damn about single moms like they did about dogs in space, maybe less daddies would walk away from their babies. Maybe a woman could stop being a metaphor for a dog and just be a woman. When I ask for help and say that this might kill me, they tell me, at least you'll die bravely. Thank you. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you for your kindness, not just for me, but for all of the artists that have shed a piece of their soul on this stage, and have truly kept to the name of this space, which is to be your authentic self. So now we're gonna jump into the round robin. So if you are a poet who has performed already and would like to do another poem, so we have space for one more, right? Please feel free to stand. So line up by the curtain for me. And we're just gonna come up one at a time. You don't need to give an intro to your poem. You just come up, you do the piece, and then you go sit back down, okay? And we have space for about 4 more. So if you wanna join Jude over there, come on. Don't be scared, don't be scared. Come on. Yes, okay, sweet, we have our 4. And if we have time, you know, maybe I'll throw in one more, maybe. Or if we have someone else that would like to jump in. All right, so without further ado, you've heard them already, you know that they're incredible. Give it up for the round robin, give it up.
A civilization will die tonight. I feel like I have no choice but to put this on paper, put emotions to words, to flower petals on the wind, to press into the dirt beneath the sole of a boot for an archaeologist to uncover the fossil of 4,000 years later after nuclear winter. But would there even be any fossils left? Or will they all have become the fuel for these constant threats of imminent annihilations to people who want to get by the best way they know how? And bake their bread and stir their meals on a stove and raise their children without the orange shadow looming over them, hand-twisted into a menacing fist that truly exemplifies who we are as a nation in this moment. And I don't want to be a fist beating down an innocent or a boot to crush those I disagree with. I want to be the imprint of a moment beyond sighing for a breath of release. I want to be the hand that holds back, that breaks the mouth, that feeds, that color back into a world that so readily leeches it from anyone different than what is deemed moral or right or the way it must be. Because to me, the only words we should scream out desperately are in love, not pain. The only flower petals we memorialize are the ones that dropped on their own. So we don't steal the beauty, the intent, the fragrance of what it means to be where you belong and do more than just survive living. We bear the toil of a million petals falling before they are ready. We are the boots that trample them without exploring their history or appreciating their scent. We need to rally, to stand, to hoard, to pitch back their arms so they see we will not fight for the decimation of any groups of people because they are all our own. They are all our huddled massive, yearning to breathe free on their own soil. Away from greedy hands that grasp for what they have. They are our humanity. We damn just because they do not seek our wretched shore.
Hey, David, you're finished? Yeah, so just make sure you talk to David before you leave the house, right? Because he's a super interesting person. Come and sit down and enjoy yourself, you know?
First of all, before I go on, preach. You could be having a day of dread until your man's best friend jumps into bed. Your lunch at home can turn into a picnic when your fluff ball turns vacuum like a switch. Leave it to a dog to make you smile, even through a phone screen, if only for a little while. Leave it to a dog to bring back the best memories. Even when gone, I swear I can still hear her melodies.
There were a few political ones, so I figured I'd join on that bandwagon. This is called treadmill screen. This thing. And those things. Well, if there's a TV in here. All hail to the almighty screen. A king that scrubs your brain squeaky clean and tells you what's real so that you don't have to think, question, or feel. Just stream and continue to dream. If it were up to me, reporters would be deported, reciting lines of lies, puppets of a system that thrives on drama, propaganda, censorship, ratings, humans hating, fear, false flags, misinformation, subjugating, half-truths, and tall prophets. Basically, false prophets. Caught in a network of lies, anchors more a concept deep in the depths of your mind, playing you and stripping you of your directorial debut. Intellect shunned. Time for a re-election from this dark nightmare and wake up to a life more bright and blissful, but it won't come, statistically speaking, from numbers displayed on pixels. Far too long we've been asleep. I'd rather die free than be a slave in the artificial story. So fortunately, I'm shedding layers of history and stepping back into original mystery. So please forgive me for shaking you up while you curse me out and such. But I believe in you. I'm bidding on the leader in you. Dead set, an alphabet. A screen steers perception, blinding eyes, coercing choices, dictating decisions, erasing intuition, following a scripted narrative, going along, handing over power instead of creating our own joy in the world, killing ourselves, living a lie made by them, no surprise, open eyes, pursue the truth, question the rehearsed reality, start to understand, veils, will, Xerox, and yield, Z. Don't mistake confidence for pompousness, because this is a war on consciousness, extinguishing your spirit and inner spark, rendering godlessness. So step off the train mill and slip on some chain mail to escape this rat race circus, apt pace, reevaluating purpose. Running with pride, lions on the move. You won't catch me stuck glued to the tube. This just in, I'm breaking news. They won't stop me. I won't drop or cease all that the seer has seen. Solid as a rock from the ground shatters through the scene. Piercing glass, kiss my ass. Farewell, I say, and all hail to the all-lying scream.
Loving someone with bipolar is like loving a puzzle with the pieces missing. Being patient knowing there are going to be days of highs and lows, and the thing is, you don't know how it's going to go. Loving someone with bipolar is choosing to stay even if there may be more rain than sunshine most days. Having the understanding that meds and therapy help maintain. It doesn't cure or fix or make it magically go away. Loving someone with bipolar, knowing we love hard and we choose love every day, even with these demons in our mind that try to fuck it up anyway. I'm not saying that loving someone with a mental illness is easy. It can be hard, complex, impossible some days. But if you decide to love me, someone that has a mental illness, I will show you all my depths, all my layers, my dark secrets, things that many are too scared to show. Because I know my illness may not be seen, but it is a part of what makes me me. Me, mania, depression, mixed highs and lows, chaos in between, taught me lessons, many fucked up, but many blessings. It has allowed me to have power in my voice, in my truth, and in my heart. And if you decide to love me, I will actively choose on a daily to love you. Complexity of my mind and body and soul, simplicity and truth, authentic in me and you, loving someone like me can change your life, boo. And I hope you will choose to love me too.
This is not quite a poem, but just an observation. I have learned that the dreams from our childhood are not always there to meet us when we are able to reach them, or when achieved, bear no resemblance to the hazy inklings that entered our dreams as we slept. It motivates us to make new dreams that in turn may inspire those who come after us. Experience leads to wider, deeper vision, and through experience you grow to become more than you were when you were a child. Reach for the unknown. Surprise yourself. develop new skills, and nurture new perspectives. You will then be dreaming in real time, for you will be simultaneously building new ways to dream and the means to make them a reality. Thank you.
I'm back, y'all. Hey. Hey. How was that? Was that cool? Yes. I hope you all have had an amazing evening. I'm going to challenge you to connect with someone that you connected with their work. So not just the poets, but also the artists. And it's going on every floor, right? So feel free once this is over to visit the other floors. There's stuff going on everywhere. I forgot to mention this, but I also have a book. Oops. But I do have a book called Poems from the Mental Health Clinic. I brought a few copies with me. They're out in the lobby, so if you want to meet me out there, I'd love to hook you up with a copy. And please connect with Destiny as well, who's got a couple copies of her book with her as well. We need to support the artists. We are all we have, right? So we depend on you who connect with our work to support us. And please support Timakua Arts. Give it up for them. Give it up for them. Who's behind the cameras. And we're going to give it up for our usual host. I know she's watching somewhere. Give it up for Lauren White. And I have been your host, Miss Stella B. Thank you so much for being a part of this tonight. And please, please, please connect, build this community, and go forward. Have a great evening. Thank you.
You know what Lauren always does at the end is she brings everybody up on stage to perform to take a picture.
There's a picture. You're absolutely right. Okay, so all of my performers, if you could, please. I was like, where's that voice coming from? I have died and gone to heaven. All right. Please, if all the performers could please come this way. Take the picture.
No, somebody else does that.
Oh, you know what?
Take some photos and just share it and make sure Lauren has the picture.
Okay, if you could, thank you so much. Y'all look so beautiful.
Thank
oh
you.
My God. Yes.
Yeah, David, get in there.
Make sure I'm not.
All right, everybody's smiling. I think I have several here.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Kevin.
you so much.
Yep.
Thank y'all so much for your art. And thank you for being a part of this. Oh, do you see the from here?
There's more art up there.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, you all should take the trip. It's worth it. I promise. Go check him out. He's phenomenal.